Okay, you guys, we are back with another banging video. In this video, we're gonna talk about DDG's favorite side piece, India Love, honey. India Love is out here confessing to being a hoe back in the days, honey. I'm gonna tell you this. Do you guys remember when last year she was like, she wants to get married, she wants her to start serving God, and I said, you know what? Every old's end game is to become a dignified Christian woman, honey. And India Love is a true testament to that. Because what are the chances that no one wants her, by the way, because everyone knows, they know the no, right? This girl was out here living her life like she was a man, and she had no shame with it. She was on the internet talking about being able to bag any man she wanted, thinking it was a flex. But then again, the girl cannot hide the truth because she knows that we all know, right? So kudos to her for her honesty. And I'm not going to knock her for wanting to become a dignified Christian woman because that should be everyone's goal, right? So, as I said, DDG side chick, India Love, she's out here and she is saying that these young girls today, she sees so much of herself in them. Remember, she was calling them clout chasers and all sorts of names just a few days ago. And I mean months ago. Now she's like, oh, these young girls out here, they're moving so fast. They're sleeping with all the guys and they think that, it's cool. And I see so much of myself in them. But if I could talk to these girls, I'll tell them not to do it and all of that jazz. And I'm like, bitch, please. I'm sure people were talking to you and you weren't listening because you thought you were going to have that youthfulness. You felt so powerful. You were in your prime. You felt untouchable. Let these girls have their days because you know what? While you might be looking at them as though they're stupid, I'm sure they've learned not to make the same mistakes as you. So, while they might be out here with these guys, I don't see them doing the same things that you did. I'm seeing these girls are actually being smarter. You still don't have a baby, India Love, no shade to you, but these girls are getting checked babies. It's not healthy. It's not right, but they are advancing the game, honey, thanks to you. You have shown them all the shitty stuff that you've done, what not to do, and they're learning from you, girls. So you need to give yourselves a pat on the shoulder for teaching these girls what to do and what not to do. But honey, let's take it from the horse's mouth himself, and let's take a look at this clip of our dear DDG side piece, India Love, and then we're gonna get back with the rest of our commentary.
Also, I went from this person to that person to that person, trying to find the love that I see in my household with my parents, and it didn't work out every time. And like, I don't play. Like, if I feel uncomfortable, if I feel like you're not respecting the relationship or anything of that sort, I'm out and I'll find the next person. It takes me 2 seconds to find somebody else. Trust me. Not even 2. You feel me? So, and I was okay with just next, move that bus, next, like y'all remember that TV show where it was like the next bus? As soon as the nigga got off the bus and they didn't like it, it was next nigga, okay? 0.2 seconds. Like I was playing that game and I wish I didn't. So many phases. So many phases. I went through the phase that I can't stand the most that I went through, to be honest, and this is just me being 1000% transparent, is me being up under niggas. Like, I was the girl that just went from being up under this nigga, didn't work out, didn't like how this went, so I went on and I was up under that nigga. And I see so many young girls who have so much potential to boss up on their own that I be watching, and I'm like, oh my god, I see so much of myself in this, and I be cringing because that was me. And I wish, and I like, if I can go back in time, I wouldn't even, because you attract better when you are becoming more, and when you be up under niggas, they'll treat you a certain way. They'll treat you like you up under them.
Okay, guys, so there you have it. DDG's rumored side piece, wanted to be side piece. I don't even know where on the chart to put this girl at this point, but as the internet, every time she says something, the internet would say, great message, wrong messenger. This time around, I don't think they can say great message, wrong messenger, because who better to say it than India Love? She's being honest, and she's not lying. She's definitely not lying. I agree with her 100%. But you know what? She could have moved on while respecting herself. It's not the fact that she moved on from one guy to the next. It's the fact that she didn't set standards for herself, And yes, we've heard allegations of her snatching people's men. But you know what? I believe, and I've been changing my outlook on this a lot. Yes, people need to respect people's marriage, but remember that she did not take the covenant with these men. A man should respect his marriage first, because there will always be things outside coming your way, right? And if you don't know how to respect your wife, respect yourself, respect your home, respect your marriage, you won't be able to resist temptation. Like literally, anyone will be able to come to you and break that, marital bond. Even a man will be able to go to a man, and if the price is right, that man would give in. And this is why I say, people, when you're getting married to someone, you have to pray over your marriage, because there are so many elements out there that you have to consistently fight against. And it's not just women that are interfering in marriages, but oftentimes we hear about women, but men are interfering in marriages too. And we're not talking about the wife. We're not talking about the wives, honey. We're talking about the men. If you guys haven't seen that girl that I told you all about, Christina, the financial baddie on TikTok, do you think it was a woman in her marriage? No, it was a man in her marriage. Do you guys remember that song? I was ready for Mary, Susan, Helen, and Jane, and all the time it was Bill that was sleeping with my man. You see those fishing trip bros? You have to watch them carefully. Those hunting bros, you've got to watch them carefully. So we might be out here judging India Love, but there are some men out here who are India Love that are home wreckers, and they're not coming for the wives. They're coming for the husbands, okay? Because men are the first original set of gold diggers. Men love money. And if the price is right, that man, he'll do it. He'll do it. Trust and believe. So while India Love is talking about these girlies out here, and she sees herself in a lot of them, which is true, and she sees these girlies out here doing the same thing. No, baby, they've leveled up. These girlies are playing a new, different kind of game. These girls are saving these girls are saving their pension early out. Like, they're living life the reverse of how our parents and ourselves lives it. I've seen girls at 26, 28, on TikTok saying that they have saved their retirement money already. They're living life differently, because when they go out with these men, first things first, they always have a problem, because they want to ensure that if you can't manage them and their problems, they don't want you, because they understand the power of their youthfulness. India Love did not understand the power of her youth and she wasted it. And now she wants to impart knowledge on these girls. These girls don't want it, India. They don't. They're smarter. These girls are saving for their retirement while getting the BBL because they know the BBL, the breast augmentation, that's like their storefront, okay? They're setting up shop and it's true. And they're getting their insurance. They're buying 2-3 properties. Like the girl, they love the word properties. Like, I'm wondering, like they say properties so often. Sometimes I'm curious, like, can these girls really spell the word properties? But the thing is that many of these girls, they do in fact have 2-3 properties. These girls are a lot smarter. Not saying India Love did not do well with her money, but these girls have learned from India Love mistakes. And honey, I'm gonna tell you this right now. Don't waste your youth on no man. As a matter of fact, if you're a woman, do not waste your time on any man who is not willing to put in the work for you, who's not willing to put the ring on your finger. Are you engaged for 3 years? For what reason? Saving for the wedding? If you need 3 years to save for the wedding, someone is not serious about getting married because you know what? You don't need to save 3 years for the wedding with Shein, Temu, and God knows what else other Chinese. And these sites are carrying some damn good wedding dress better than the designers for cheap. And you know what else I know? Is that you don't need to have a fancy wedding. When a man loves you and you love that man, all you need is a beautiful dress, beautiful makeup, which I'm sure everyone, if not almost everyone, can do themselves. And you don't even need to have the most expensive ring. I would say start off with good insurance, health insurance, of course, because the world is turning and it is changing and it ain't gonna wait on you. And it's definitely not waiting on me. And ensure that you have someone, a man, who is not too egotistic, a man that is willing to pivot from his job. So if he loses his job today, he's out there tomorrow doing Uber Eats, becoming a garbage truck collector because, listen, degree doesn't care if you're suffering. Degrees doesn't care about how the bill get pays. What cares is that, or what's important is that you're consistently moving. Dance in the storm. So, to Miss India Love, she has learned from her mistakes, and the girlies have learned from her mistakes as well. So the girlies will be fine, India. Now it's time for you to go take care of yourself, honey, because even though you've learned so much, you're still living the same messed up life today. You're not rebranding because you could have worked on rebranding your image, rebranding your career, and within 6 months you would be able to trick everyone that you're a new woman. You dress like a hoe just the same. You're on the internet turning up your backside like a prostitute just the same. You're on the internet talking like a hoe just the same. You have the money to get some etiquette class in. You have the money to hire yourself a stylist. You have the money to make a 360 change in 6 months, but you're selling weed. Like, this hoe is refusing to leave the streets. She's like, the streets is calling me. It seems as though she wants to leave, but it seems as though the streets keep calling her. And when you find yourself struggling, you find a church. I hate Christians too. Please don't tell me about them. I hate Christians too, especially the ones that are holier than how they're righteous, and the grand rising and the Holy Ghost, the ones that are filled with the Holy Ghost as per their claim, always speaking in tongues. Like, I hate them. I literally hate their guts, okay? But if you want to make a change, and you find yourself struggling, find a church. Not a greedy church where the pastor is telling you, do you think your little tithe can buy my robe? No, find yourself a decent community church, and not one that is so big that you get lost in it, but one that is decent, and you let them know, hey, I want to change my life, but I'm struggling, and I need some people to pray with me, and I need people to check in on me, and I need to join that prayer group, and I need to join that prayer meeting, and you put in the work to change. You fast and you pray. You don't have to fast for 12 hours, 6 hours. That's not for you and I, honey. That is for the people who have been playing church for long. You and I are just learning how to pray church. You fast 30 minutes when you just start, an hour depending on, who you are, your medical condition. If you have a medical condition like myself, you might not be able to fast for many hours. Sometimes I can do it the entire day. Sometimes I can't, right? But you fast, you pray. And even if you don't know how to pray, you sit in your comfortable zone and you talk to God as how you would talk to your friend. You don't need to be on your knees and your hands and your eyes closed. You say, God, and even if you're not sure, like sometimes I'm going to tell you guys this, I struggle with how should I refer to God? Because how do I know if Jehovah God is correct? How do I know if Yahweh is correct? How do I know if Yahshua is correct? How do I know if any of these words are correct? So sometimes those are some of the things I struggle with. And if I find myself struggling with it before prayer, you know what I've pivoted to? To the God that created me. Because you created me, and I'm talking to you at this point. I want to pray to you, but I don't know how to pray. I want to pray to you because this is what I'm going through. This is what I like to do. This is where I'm at. This is how I'm feeling. And you'd be surprised to find out that, wow, I'm praying. And then you start with your eyes open. You start with you sitting on your bed. Then you find yourself crawling off your bed, getting down on your knees, clasping your hands, closing your eyes, and the words are flowing, the tears are flowing with the words, and you find out that you did do it. And then you realize that you've just prayed for 30 minutes, 40 minutes, an hour, effortlessly. So if you want to effect change out there, guys, India Love seems as though she's struggling. And it seems as though, because how do you want to change your life but be out here selling weed? Like, what are you doing, girl? Right? I'm just saying she could change her image if she wanted to. Not overnight, but just with some work, put in the work. But I'm gonna wish her all the best still. And she needs to switch it up. She needs to make small changes here and there. And the small changes over time will effect huge changes. But let me know what you guys think about India Love saying that she sees herself in a lot of these young ladies today. And a lot of these young ladies keep going from men to men. And she would tell them not to do it. Leave your comment below. We're going to talk some more in the comment section. Peace.